Good afternoon, welcome to our Brexit special. Well, it's not really Brexit special anymore, it's election special. Brexit, of course, was meant to happen today on October 31st, Halloween, but as we well know and has been well reported and documented, we're not there. We're instead heading to a general election. For traders, that means looking at the polls rather than looking at anything to do with Brexit negotiations or what the EU might be saying. So I think no deal risks are I think really firmly diminished, not quite 100% off the table, but they are significantly reduced. Now the tail risk is, of course, that we end up with a hung parliament that means renewed deadlock in the process, and more uncertainty for the market. But at the moment we're looking at cable. It's pushing up higher, pushed on up to 129.60 there. It's been catching a bid all morning. This is the 1 hour chart, catching a bid all morning. The dollar is a bit softer, but this is definitely sterling strength that we're seeing predominantly. And I think we need to look at polls that have just come out. Ipsos Murray poll just showing the Conservatives with a very, very healthy lead on 41% versus Labour's 24%. The Brexit Party down, Lib Dems also down. So I think the consensus in the market at the moment seems to be that a healthy Conservative lead that indicates a Conservative majority government will mean that the withdrawal agreement that has been struck between the EU and the UK, the Boris Johnson deal, will get seen through, and we would leave on January 31st with that deal. Now we then need to move on to free trade agreement and so on, but at the very least it means not dropping out of the EU without a deal, and it just means a bit more certainty. It's also, we need to bear in mind that UK assets could be under a fair bit of pressure if a Labour-led government were to enter Parliament. There'd be worries about potentially SNP votes calling for an election, a second independence referendum, and then there are concerns about the economic and business policies of the Labour government harming certain UK equity markets and certain sectors, particularly utilities, for example. So there are concerns about a Labour-led government on that front. There also, we would know that it would throw up fresh uncertainty, potentially a second referendum. Whilst that may ultimately mean no Brexit, a revoke of Article 50, it may also throw up renewed possibilities of no deal. So at the moment, electioneering is commencing. Jeremy Corbyn speaking at the moment, getting his campaign off to start, and we will see the traction build in this campaign. And I think keep an eye on the polls. If you're trading the pound, it's likely that it will stay within the range of around 128 to 130. That's the consensus among analysts at the moment, and we are seeing it driving on up at the moment. But upside capped by just the uncertainty of the election, inherently risky, and downside very much capped by the fact that no deal seems to be off the table for now. So that's our Brexit come election special. We'll be following these up weekly with updates on what's going on with the election and critically, as I say, what the polls are telling us. That's it for the moment. We'll be back later on in the next show with our Walk on Wall Street as we look at the US market as it opens. Thanks for watching.